The next method is sedimentation or settling. The process of sedimentation is the separation of settable organic or inorganic suspended solid from the water. And this sedimentation will be take place in a tank that is known as sedimentation tank, or is also known as clarifier. And the principle of sedimentation is, if the flow of water is stopped and stored in a tank, and the rate of the tendency of the suspended particle to settle down will be high compared to the flowing water. And after the sedimentation, we can clear about 50 to 70% of the suspended solids due to gravity. And this suspended solids settle down and form sludge in the floor of settling tank. And this sludge will be removed from the settling tank or sedimentation tank by vacuum suction or other through the discharge tap. During the sedimentation, this wastewater treatment, the sedimentation process will be carried out twice. If the sedimentation process carried out before the secondary treatment, that is known as primary sedimentation. If the sedimentation is carried out after the secondary treatment, that is known as secondary sedimentation. And sometimes the sedimentation of the suspended solids some suspended solid will not be easy. That times we'll use some chemicals to sediment these particles and to facilitate this sedimentation of this particle. That precipitation or sedimentation is known as chemical aided precipitation or coagulation aided sedimentation.
And the chemical used for this coagulation is known as coagulant. And the commonly used coagulants are the atoms of aluminum, like aluminum sulfate, aluminum chloride, and atoms of iron, like ferric sulfate, ferrous sulfate, and ferric chloride are the commonly using atoms for the coagulation in wastewater treatment. And after this chemical aid sedimentation, about 60 to 80% of suspended particles will be removed.
And here in this slide we can see the different type of settling, and depending upon the tendency of particles to interact and form solids, the settling can be classified into discrete settling, flocculation settling, and hindered or zone settling, or compression settling. First we can see the discrete settling. In the discrete settling, this particle will be settled as a single unit without the flocculation. And we can see the settling of grit in grit chamber, that is example of discrete settling. And the case of flocculant settling, this settling flocculant particle in a dilute suspension, due to the flocculation of this of the particle, that will leads to change in the shape, size, and weight of the particles. And flocculation or settling of flocks in the sedimentation tank is the example of the flocculant setting. And third one is hindered or zone settling. Settling in the intermediate concentration of suspension, the particle comes close together, and the interparticle force will hinder the settling of neighboring particles. That's why it's form a particle tend to form a zone or unit. This particle settling is known as hindered or zone settling. And third one is the fourth one is compression settling. This compression settling is happen in the lower layer of the sedimentation tank, where the upper layer of this upper layer give a compression on the lower layer of tank. This is known as compression or compression type settling. in this slide you can see that the different type of sedimentation tank, and the sedimentation tank is classified according to based on the method of operation, and based on shape, and based on purpose and position. First, we can see the classification of tank on based on method of operation. Based on method of operation, this sedimentation tank is classified into batch sedimentation tank and continuous flow type tank. In batch, the wastewater is allowed to rest for a time in the sedimentation tank. But in the continuous flow tank, there is no rest for wastewater in the tank, that will continuously will be flow in this through this tank. And second one is based on shape. This is classified into a circular tank, and second one is rectangular tank, and third one is hopper bottom tank. That three tanks you can see in this slide. And third one is based on purpose and position. Purpose and position, we can classify this one primary sedimentation tank, and second one is secondary sedimentation tank, and this chamber also is an example of sedimentation tank. This about sedimentation tank. Thank you for listening. If you have any doubt, please ask.